Very big things are happening at the Walt Disney Company. They are preparing for major headwinds, it would seem. Folks, we think that the leadership at Disney now know that they have major troubles ahead, and we are here to break down the effects, the impacts, and the decisions that they are making behind the scenes to prepare for what may be a very difficult time ahead for the mouse. All right, folks, welcome back to another video where we endeavor to explain entertainment. Folks, we hope you're having a wonderful day out there. Make sure that you are kind to somebody, and let's dive into the topic at hand. Today we are reading from seekingalpha.com, Daniel Jones, the author. This had been intended to be the article that we would read yesterday. However, there was breaking news about Indiana Jones, the Dial of Destiny, so we had to push this back. And in the meantime, some of these seismic shifts that you see in the title of this article, they have begun to occur. We'll tell you about them in just a moment. Disney stock prepare for a seismic shift is the title. Again, the Walt Disney Company is facing challenges in its traditional cable and broadcasting divisions with declining viewership and profits. Correct. Management is actively seeking strategic alternatives for these assets, including a potential partnership or sale to companies like Apple, Amazon, or Verizon. Correct. In other words, they're selling off the company. The company's streaming platforms such as Disney+, ESPN+, and Hulu have seen growth and are becoming increasingly important for Disney's future success. All true except for Disney+. Although it may be important for its success, it currently is not growing. It is shrinking, at least in its lead market. Investors should be prepared for a big change to occur sometime soon as the company looks to reinvent its struggling operations. Also correct and now happening. Looking for a helping hand in the market? Well, let's dive in. As those who follow my work closely know all too well, this is the author, not myself, I am a massive believer in the potential for significant value creation from the Walt Disney Company. Even though shares have dropped quite a bit, that's more than half, over the past several months, well, over the past 12 months, I maintain a strong buy rating on the stock, and I continue to have it in my portfolio. Pause there, folks. This may be financial advice provided to you via an article, but we do not endorse it here on the channel. Neither do we endorse any other opposing strategy because this is not a channel for financial advice at all. Seek out your own personal financial advisor whom you trust, is credentialed and credible, and do not use us for that. But this goes on to talk about the reasons for buying the stock or not buying the stock. But take a look at this, Disney's pain point. Much of the discussion that has been made online has involved what Disney might do with ESPN. But we need to put the picture in a broader context because their efforts at improving operations don't include only ESPN. Rather, they encompass the entire linear networks division, which is one of the three operating units under the Disney Media and Entertainment Distribution segment. For context, this division includes not only Disney's 80% ownership over ESPN, but also its full and partial ownership over various other enterprises like ABC Television, Disney Channel, National Geographic, Fox, A&E, History, Lifetime, FX, and more. Now, it goes on into great detail about this, folks. I recommend that you go read this article. It's very impressive. But I'm here to tell you that one thing that they don't have in here that we do now today, we can't disclose exactly how we know this within that part place. We can't tell you exactly how this information came to be, but we now have reason to believe strongly that Disney is expediting the full purchase of Hulu, and I have reasons that I believe that is likely happening. We will have coverage of that tomorrow in all likelihood, but we do believe that Disney is rapidly moving forward to purchase Hulu, and that it is not for a reason that is positive, but that they need to quickly purchase Hulu, and we're talking fast. The takeaway from this article, though, says at the end of the day, we will have to wait and see what ultimately transpires. What we do know for now is that linear networks is struggling and that management is actively looking for ways to improve matters. Okay, so what that's talking about is that a huge segment of Disney, linear broadcast, is on the way down. They're trying to find buyers. They're trying to sell these things. It's not easy. However, let me tell you, there are other seismic shifts happening, big-time seismic shifts all throughout the company, and this is perhaps one of the biggest. This would be largely missed, I think, by most people, being carried by Business Wire, which Yahoo Finance is then piggybacking off of. Luis Pentland, named Chief Counsel for Disney Parks Experiences and Products. Folks, pay attention, please. This will go under the radar of almost everybody, but not you, because you're here to watch, to listen, to learn right along with me. So here we go. Out of Burbank, and we don't have an author that I see. We'll try to give credit if we find it. Louise Pentland has been named chief counsel for the Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products segment of the Walt Disney Company effective September 15th. So 1 week from today. Pentland, who previously served as chief business affairs and legal officer at PayPal, will report to Horacio Gutierrez, senior executive vice president, general counsel, and chief compliance officer of the Walt Disney Company. Remember, he's one of the highest individuals in all of the company. And act as strategic advisor to Josh D'Amaro, chairman, Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products, and his executive leadership team. Key thing here, right off the bat, she is not reporting to Josh D'Amaro. She is within his division, but she is not under his division. She reports straight to the top, with one person in between her and Iger, and that likely is to provide protection for Iger. Now, what in the world am I talking about here? Well, what's going on, folks, is that this individual, who she is coming from PayPal, she is no small deal whatsoever. She is coming into a new role. This is not a pre-existing role as far as we are aware. This is Disney creating, yet again, more infrastructure, more personnel infrastructure, permanently putting this in place, the kind of infrastructure that you need for a major issue ahead. Now, we've already talked about this once. This was just yesterday or the day before we brought forth to everyone out there that, hey, Disney is hiring crisis management personnel. And that's not normal. Corporations usually hire firms to handle crisis management. In this case, Disney is hiring a permanent or seemingly permanent team of crisis managers. Now they are hiring a permanent legal individual to be over the top of Disney Parks within the Disney Parks division, but again, not reporting to the head of Disney Parks, instead reporting all the way to the top. We'll talk about why this is in just a moment. In this role, Pentland will oversee all legal and regulatory matters for the segment's businesses, including 6 theme park resort destinations in the United States, Europe, and Asia, a top-rated cruise line, a popular vacation ownership program, an award-winning guided family adventure business, yada, 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 yada. Here's what Gutierrez said. Louise Pentland is a highly accomplished legal executive with more than 2 decades of experience serving at the highest levels of innovative global companies. Her broad expertise working with complex business, regulatory, and compliance matters around the world, and her track record as an exemplary leader make her a superb addition to the leadership team at Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products. But remember, she doesn't report to them. She is at the same level as the head of the division. She reports to the top. Now, why does all of this matter? Why should we care about this article? Why should we care about this lady? Well, of course, she's coming from PayPal, where she was the EVP, Chief Business Affairs Legal Officer. She is no small deal at all. She worked for Nokia before that. So why is Disney creating a new position? Why do they need someone who is over all of legal for the Disney parks? Well, let me enter into some conjecture here that I don't think is a very far step at all from what we know and what we believe to be absolute fact, but we are stepping into conjecture. I believe that this lady, Miss Pentland, is starting a new role at Disney over the legal affairs of the Disney parks because they have a major legal affair coming forth in Florida. I think that the company has realized what kind of a situation they're in. We're going to find more about this tomorrow, as I think Disney is filing more legal actions versus the state of Florida. But as we have talked with Andrew of Legal Mindset, Disney is in a very big world of hurt when it comes to their situation with Florida, where an inspector general, has been brought on by the attorney general of the state. We believe that there are allegations of millions of dollars in misused funds. We believe that there are allegations of blurred lines between government and corporation, and this gets into criminal offenses. Andrew of Legal Mindset has said we're talking smoking gun criminal issues here. I'm not ready to say that, although I don't disagree with him either. But I think that Disney is bringing in someone internal to deal with this. Now, go back to when we talked about the WGA and the fact that their legal counsel has been on the way out for so long. What we're looking at here, folks, is what it means to have legal counsel brought in, your general counsel brought in internal. Brand new position. She doesn't work for a separate firm. She doesn't work for a third party. She is straight to the top. She is straight to the top, and that likely is because she's about to deal with huge issues. Now, why would Disney hire a crisis management team? Why would Disney bring this lady in to run their legal affairs for Disney parks? within days of one another? And why would Disney, as we now believe is true, but cannot prove it beyond a shadow of doubt yet, we'll work on this tomorrow, why is Disney working to purchase Hulu as quickly as they possibly can? All I can tell you, folks, is things are about to get very interesting with the Disney company, and we're going to have a lot more to cover over the next days. Wish I could be more specific than that. Every once in a while, there's a video such as this where we just need to bring your attention to something and say, this is important. Watch it. We're going to come back to it. And this is one of those days where, watch this. It's important. And we're going to come back to it. So, folks, seismic shifts at Disney. The investors now know it's true. They know it's coming. They may not know to the degree that it's going to happen, but we're seeing those seismic shifts occur. They are not seismic shifts that represent Disney being in a good place, eager for growth, but rather they appear to be a company that knows they're in trouble. They're in real trouble. All right, folks. If you like content like this, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, and when you click it, you stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think about all of this. We cover your comments. We care about what you think. I would love to hear your feedback. I read them, and I often respond. Don't forget that the Pro Show is Thursdays, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We have an amazing guest on with us tomorrow who I think is built for the kind of discussion we're going to have as we continue to unravel and scoop and bring exclusives regarding what is happening at Disney. There is so much on the way. Also, folks, be on the lookout too, because tomorrow we think you're going to be finding out some interesting things about Tiana's Bayou adventure in her restaurant at Disneyland. We can't say anymore. But the dumpster fire continues. So, all right, folks, that is the video for today. Now, as much as Disney may be in a negative spot, as much as we may be reporting news that is negative for the House of Mouse, don't you be negative. Get out there and make this world better. Please. I would be overjoyed to know that the listeners of this channel are out there doing kind things and nudging this world into a better direction. We have big news on the way about how we're seeking to do that exact same thing as we move forward on this channel and beyond. So, folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
I just found out to get WDW Pro's information, where he gets his sources. I can't believe he uses Wilton.
What?
We got a job to do. It's easy to hack into WDW Pro's computer.
You're kidding me. That's awesome. You know any other stuff?
Yeah, just Jonas Campbell told me.
Sweet.
Said Pro underpaid him or something.
A few minutes later.
There. Oh, awesome. Whatever. All I gotta do is hack into this thing. It's gonna be so easy.
Yeah, this isn't a hack.
Grab this picture over here.
Leave it to me.
Oh, no. Oh, Wilson.
Job done. What?
No, all we had to do was use the picture because he uses face unlock. Now we gotta go to thatparplace.com and sub to him and his team on YouTube.
Oh, well, I already did that because I'm smart.